से आए, अपने आप को जानो, राजयोग के द्वारा अपना परम पिता पहचानो। इसी राजपथ पर चलकर तुम पालो अपना बसेरा। तुम हो आत्मा तन से न्यारे, परमात्मा को प्यारे। दिव्य गुणों को धारण करके योगी बनो दुलारे। ज्योति बिंदु ही तोड़ेगा ये माया मोह का घेरा। अंतर मन में ज्योति जगा लो, होगा दूर अंधेरा। ओम शांति, ओम शांति, ओम शांति।
हीरे जैसा मिला है जीवन, मोती जैसा मन। हीरे जैसा मिला है जीवन, मोती जैसा मन। दिया है बाबा हमको नया जीवन, दिया है बाबा हमको नया जीवन। हीरे जैसा मिला है जीवन, मोती जैसा मन। दिया है बाबा हमको नया जीवन, दिया है बाबा हमको नया जीवन। मुरली में है बाबा तेरी जादू खुदाई। मुरली में है बाबा तेरी जादू खुदाई। सुन कर के दिल में छाई है मस्ती मौलाई। इन्हीं रूहानी नजरों से हम हो गए पावन, इन्हीं रूहानी नजरों से हम हो गए पावन। दिया है बाबा हमको नया जीवन, दिया है बाबा हमको नया जीवन।
Om Shanti. So let's listen to the elevated versions of Sweet Baba, and today's date is 13th July. Baba just wishes us to be in that awareness. To the extent I remember myself as the charioteer and the companion, and Baba as the companion. So Baba also just polishes us the souls to that extent. So that's why Baba says, in essence, sweet children, you have come to the Father to make your lives as valuable as a diamond. Only by having remembrance of the Father will your lives become like that. So if we wish that the complete alloy has to be removed, because there is no doubt that God has chosen a handful out of multi-millions, but it depends on us that if we wish to make our lives just like a lotus, when we become just like a lotus, then every sense organ becomes pure. Then it will reach that stage of purity where we will not have any thoughts, any waste thoughts. Nothing can touch that soul. Neither the mud or the mire or the water will touch that. Just like a lotus can't be touched by that water or that mud, though the lotus stays in that. So Baba says even our stage should be like that. So today's question: what main effort do you need to make in order to claim a high status in the new world? So Baba is of course making our lives. So what's the effort which is required to claim a high status? So what's the main effort which is required to be done in order to claim a high status in the new world? Answer: of course all of us have the answers, right? So Baba says, sweet children, now remove your intellects from the trap of attachment to your old relations who have made you so unhappy, and then remember me. While living with them, connect your mind to me. Constantly remember the mantra that is Man Manabhav. You will claim a high status in the new world. Let's not have any thoughts. So Baba says the life which was as valuable as a diamond, and what stage have we made? Baba says we wasted our time, our energy in sleeping at night and in eating during the daytime. Your life which was as valuable as a diamond, that has become completely worthless as a shell. So Baba also just has come to apply that shine on us, and how that Baba polishes us. So Baba comes particularly to carry out that task. Om Shanti. Just as the essence of the scriptures is explained to you, children, similarly the essence of these songs is also explained to you. He alone is the spiritual father of everyone. He sits here and explains to all of you spiritual children through the body of Brahma. The Father explains, "O children, you know this, that the birth of yours is becoming as valuable." What do you children know? So this birth is becoming as valuable as a diamond. You come to the Father to make your life as valuable as a diamond. Why do we come? It's to make our lives as valuable as a diamond. The birth of the residents of heaven is said to be, whose birth can be said. So Baba says, The birth of the residents of heaven is said to be a diamond like birth. First of all, we should make ourselves worthy to enter into that world, and the birth of the residents of this iron age is worth shells. You now know the confluence age, and we are now residents of the confluence age. This confluence age is the benevolent age for everyone. It is at the confluence age that everyone receives liberation or salvation. Who grants this? If we just have to describe the significance of this time, and this is the most a significant age, because at this age Baba comes, that is the soul meets the supreme soul. Baba becomes the supreme soul and the true teacher, and he teaches us. Baba fills our aprons with the jewels of knowledge, and Baba gives the inheritance of 21 births in this one birth, and Baba also gets that heaven on his palm. And Baba also makes our lives as valuable as a diamond, and Baba also comes to transform our lives which were just like a thorns into flowers. So Baba also makes us the Trikaldashi, and who were asleep in the extreme darkness of ignorance, Baba comes to awaken us. So even if you just look at this time, there is a lot of praise, because Baba comes to grant salvation. Baba comes. So Baba says, the traveler who comes from the supreme abode. Baba is the traveler, you aren't travelers. Baba comes from the supreme abode and goes back. So Baba comes and enters Brahma Baba's body and just speaks his versions, and then he goes back to his abode. That's why Baba says, I am the traveler, you aren't traveler, because you are not on journey. Once you come here, you don't go back. The Father says, I enter this old world, then go back. And you children know that there is just that one traveler who does service. He comes and serves us children very well. So Baba comes and serves us children very well. No one else can do such service. Where were we? We didn't even have the knowledge of ourselves, and Baba has come. He didn't even give his own introduction, but along with that he has given our introduction. So Baba says that's why no one else can do such service. It's for the service that you call out, come and serve us impure ones. The Father too says, I have come to serve you children because you are very unhappy. You call out, remove our sorrow and grant us peace. You always remember these two things, happiness and peace. Two things are always remembered, that is getting liberated from sorrow because we were happy, we remember happiness, and we always remember peace in the time of chaos. So that's why we call out to God, God, come and give us that peace and happiness. Here there is a lot of sorrow and peacelessness. That's why Baba comes and explains the secrets of the world cycle to you children. You children understand the path of devotion is now coming to an end. The end of the Iron Age means the devotion is continuing to descend. And of course the devotion was also Sato Pradhan once upon a time. That is, at the beginning of the Copper Age we had the faith in one God. Whoever tries to shake that soul's faith to whatever extent, that's unshakable. So now as we gradually descend, we have many favorite idols, because whoever says you just go and visit that idol, your wishes will be fulfilled, then we don't make any delay in just visiting the temple. So that's why Baba says the end of the Iron Age means the devotion is just continuing to descend. Your stage of ascending is through this knowledge. You claim the highest on high status, then the happiness of that reward reduces. There isn't much devotion anywhere else as there is in Bharat. Devotion lasts for half a cycle. Baba says, of course, this is the fact. Being among the thorns, we can just have a glimpse on the path of devotion. We have some saints who are always on that standing posture. So Baba says devotion begins when the copper age begins, and because they just light the fire and they just sit around that irrespective of the weather. So that's why Baba says if you just wish to look at the path of the devotion, you can just have a look here. So Baba says devotion begins when the copper age begins and the other religions begin to be established. Devotion is at first very good, and the heaven is also very good at first, then its degrees gradually reduce. So when the devotion begins, you first become the worshippers of Shiv and you build the temple of Shiv. There is no worshipping for half a cycle. Then when the path of devotion begins, all other religions also come into existence. No one else can do as much devotion. The devotion continues for complete half cycle. And you children also know the Father, the traveler from the faraway land, who comes and grants salvation to all, and especially to Bharat, and makes them into the masters of heaven. Such a Father, such a traveler has come once again to give us children the sovereignty of heaven. You receive such a huge inheritance. Just look at the inheritance, it's so fantastic, but not a single thing that sits in anyone's intellect. They can't even visualize that, they can't even think that God has got heaven on his palm for his children. So that's why Baba says he gives the sovereignty of heaven. It's such a huge inheritance, but not a single thing sits in anyone's intellect. The people of Bharat do so much devotion. There are so many temples. There are so many temples on the subcontinent of Bharat. We have the temples in every street, and just like how the idol just fulfills the wishes of the devotees, and even the title of Shiv Baba is there in Hindi, that is Rose Guard, which means maybe Baba would have made that devotee's wish come true. That is, the person would have wished for a good package or daily wages. So then Baba says, first of all, the temple of Shiv Baba is built, and then they build temples to the deities. Those temples are in front of you, and on one hand they continue to worship Shiv Baba, on the other hand Shiv Baba is making you worthy of worship. You have come here to become worthy of worship deities. In fact, the worshippers of deities will come here and become Brahmins. Becoming a Brahmin is based on the religion of the world, that's different, but Baba says we become true Brahmins after coming here. The growth will gradually take place, and not everyone can study at the same time. It takes time, and those who have studied in the previous cycle will study again. You have to continue to teach one another. You give everyone this knowledge of the cycle, the beginning, the middle, and the end of the world, through which people can become the masters of heaven. Come and understand this. It's in the intellects of you children how the play continues to turn. No one can relate a story hundreds of thousands of years long. They just say that there is still hundreds of thousands or 100 years left. Now Iron Age will not end so soon. we say that this is the end of Iron Age, then they just open their scriptures or the astrology books and they just say, how can you say that this is the end? There is still a lot of time left. That's why Baba says, you know what existed 5,000 years ago and whose kingdom was it? It used to be the kingdom of earth, worthy of worship deities in Bharat. Do you remember that you were worthy of worship? Then you became worshippers. Previously, you didn't know that you were worthy of worship deities who took 84 births. The story of 84 births is the story of Lakshmi or Narayan. You relate your story of 84 births. It takes people a lot of time to sit and write their stories. You can tell your story of 84 births in a minute. They just write the stories of one birth of what they have done since childhood. Baba has made the picture of the ladder and it's completely beautiful, that how did it start and how did it end. So Baba says they just wrote their stories of one birth of what they have done since their childhood. This one of course tells his own story of how this one goes around the cycle of 84 births. That's of Brahma Baba. It isn't just a matter of one Brahmin, there are many Brahmins. Only you know the cycle. By knowing this cycle, you become kings and queens and you make others the same. Not everyone else does as much devotion as the people of Bharat. According to the time, the moment that needle reaches the confluence age, those who have the knowledge of the confluence age, the knowledge of the world cycle, they can say that when we understand the knowledge of the cycle, then we become the emperors or the empress. So all other sects, religions are established at the time of our devotion. At first our tree of flowers was very small. There was this spiritual garden and you were living flowers, and that's called the garden of flowers. Because Baba, when he got the first garland or the bouquet, how many brothers and sisters were there in that bouquet? It was such a small family. Almost during the initial times of the establishment of the sacrificial fire, we did have almost 300 to 400 brothers and sisters. So that's why Baba says the tree of flowers was very small, and gradually it grows and it becomes the forest of thorns. At this time all have become thorns, and the father sits here and explains how you have to change from thorns into flowers. To cause each other is to prick like a thorn. So it is said student life is the best, and this is the best life. All the girls and boys study in great happiness. Then as soon as they get married, they start to prick one another just like thorns. No one in the golden age pricks anyone. You are now becoming flowers. You know that when Bharat was heaven, there was limitless happiness and there were mines of gold. They have become now empty. You will then receive a lot of gold. There were mines of diamonds, gold and other gems in Bharat. At that time, America, etc. didn't exist. Even Bombay didn't exist then. It's a wonder that at the end of Iron Age, no gold is visible anywhere. Whereas at the beginning of the Golden Age, the mines were just full and there were palaces of gold built. It's a wonder. There, so much gold emerges from the mines. Just as you have the bricks of clay here, you will have the bricks of gold there. They perform a play about Maya, the fool who saw nothing but gold in trance. Truly, there will be only gold in the golden age. He saw everything in the trance. Those sisters who had gone to trance, they only saw the gold. Of course, truly there will be gold in the golden age, and now you can't even find the bricks of clay. You buy bricks with rupees here, but you will receive gold bricks there free. Because we don't deal with the existing currencies there. Why should you Baba says there is a difference of day or night between this world and that world. So we, of course, then we have to make the effort to go into that golden aged world. So why shouldn't you make effort to claim a high status in the new world? Why should you become trapped in the trap of attachment? So we should have the sense. Of course, we have to be with those people, but we should move away from that intellect while being in those relationships. The Father says, you take so much sorrow from your old relationships. And Baba doesn't tell you to leave them, but simply connect your intellects in yoga to the one. We shouldn't leave anything. Baba says, you have to just fulfill your duty. We have to be among them. What's our duty? That must be done. Don't make that duty as your own wish. Baba says, don't leave them, just connect your intellects in yoga to the one Father. You will become the masters of the world. The meaning of Man Manabhav is just remember, because we should leave everything and just focus on one, then only our benefit is hidden in that mantra. The meaning of Man Manabhav is remember me and remember Vishnu, the four-armed image that is the land of Vishnu. There is just one main term. There are so many complications on the path of devotion. Just ask them, they will just give you one mantra every day. You souls are lovers of one beloved. The Baba has just liberated us from all the Sakal powers. Our mantra is also one, that is Man Manabhav. You souls are the lovers of the one beloved, the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. He makes you into the masters of the land of happiness. All souls remember Him. Only once do you become spiritual lovers of the spiritual beloved. All others are human, the physical lovers and beloveds. You unlimited lovers have now found the unlimited beloved. You tell him, come and make us impure ones pure. They only call out to that one alone. You souls know that you have become impure, and this is why you call out to the purifier. Even when a Kumbh Mela takes place, so many go and they just take bath in the Ganges. There is no benefit in that. No one becomes pure through that. The Father comes now and rains this knowledge on you. Baba says nothing. Of course, though those devotees are also aware that they don't get any benefit by taking bath in the Ganges, but just to have that ritual done, that's why they once a saint came and he said just go and take bath in Ganges, and just go and take bath in the Ganges, your sins will be absolved. He said no. And there is that tree there, because the tree just takes the account of your sinful actions for a temporary period. The moment you go and finish your bath, you come back, the account will be transferred to you, because there is so much that is done in the Ganges. Because they just even if you assume those sins, the previous sins are just absolved when you take bath in Ganges, the moment you return back to your business activities, you don't change the way of dealing. So Baba says, again you will accumulate the same account of the sinful actions. So that's why Baba says you don't get any benefit. So Baba says you are being rained on with this knowledge, through which this forest of thorns will become the garden of flowers. You know that when it's your kingdom, there is no one impure there. The whole world is being rained on with the rain of this knowledge. Everything becomes fresh and green. Baba says, because Baba showers this knowledge over the entire world, there will be so much transformation. Even the mines of diamonds and jewels will become new again. You children should now remain in so much happiness. You can see the unlimited Father personally sits here and says to you children, children, remember me, your sins will be absolved. Baba says, you must sit anywhere, even while taking bath. Let there be remembrance of the Father in your intellects. Of course, it's there in the Gita that I myself, I liberate you from the account of the sinful actions, where it is said, this shlok comes in Gita, that in that shlok, God says to Arjun that when you just leave all the bodily religions, then I liberate you from the account of the sinful actions. So Baba says, you may sit anywhere, even while taking bath. Let there be remembrance of the Father in your intellects. At that time, you have to remember the Father. You will earn an income according to how much you remember the Father. There is an income earned by having such remembrance. Have you ever heard that you just earn an income by just having remembrance? This is such a huge income that you become the masters of the land of Vishnu. And you know that the Father of you souls is incorporeal one. Baba says, he would have said 10 times minimum that you children know. You know that the Father of you souls is the incorporeal one. He has taken the support of this one's body. The lucky chariot is also mentioned. It's the lucky chariot because there is a description of Bhagirath, because he did a lot of tapasya, and it is Baba says, what's the meaning of that term? That is Bhagirath. It's a Hindi term which means the lucky chariot, because that chariot, which is usually chosen by the Supreme Soul, the Supreme Father enters and rides the chariot. When the chariot of the soul is ready, that soul quickly comes and enters it. So Baba simply has to enter this chariot and give this knowledge. When it's the end of the last of this one's many births, it's the stage of his retirement. Baba says, I come enter this one, that is, I become present in this chariot. It isn't the question of a horse chariot. It's not a question of a wooden chariot. So you have received this knowledge. The Father sits here and explains to you children face to face. You have a lot of happiness. When someone studies for ICS, he has great intoxication. Why should we have a great happiness? We are studying, isn't it? We are earning. Baba becomes the father, teacher and Sadguru. We receive the sustenance of these three roles at the same time. Baba sustains, Baba teaches us, Baba enables us earn that income, Baba fills our aprons with the imperishable jewels. So Baba says, when someone writes for the highest examination, of course that student will have that intoxication. This is the highest examination, and this too is a study for you. This is the school where God teaches, and the question arises, where is God? Is it Sri Krishna or Shiv Baba? Who is everyone's God? Of course, this is just like a salt in the sack full of flour. So Baba says, although people believe that it could be the incorporeal one, not everyone believes Sri Krishna to be that. The Father of all souls is the incorporeal Supreme Father, Supreme Soul. He constantly stays in the Supreme Abode. He only comes once to make you children into the masters of heaven. You know that the same Baba comes every cycle and changes you from. Why does the traveler come? To make you into the masters of the world. And you children know the same Baba comes every cycle and he changes us from beggars into princes. And Bharat is just like a beggar now. You have had the visions of what you will become in your next birth. You also have had the visions of destruction and establishment. God speaks, I make you into the kings of kings. Some receive temporary happiness when they donate a lot and perform a lot of charity. God says, Baba, this is the most amazing promise. Baba says, I make you into the kings of kings. Someone receives temporary happiness when they donate a lot and perform a lot of charity. They take birth to kings and then die immediately. Some even die in a womb. Some there will be, if they have done a lot of charitable work, they take birth to a kings and they die immediately. Some even die in a womb. Some are less able or one-eyed. As are the actions you perform, so is the status you receive. I am now making you into the kings of kings. You say, Baba, I will surrender myself to you so that you will definitely gain a kingdom. To whom do we surrender? How do we surrender? We surrender our mind, body, wealth, thoughts, time, energy. So when we say we surrender, definitely you will get the kingdom. Bharat is called the land of great donors. Here people donate a lot and they perform a lot of charity. All of that begins on the path of devotion. The Father is now giving you a donation for 21 births. You now surrender yourselves to Baba. Baba gives the donation for 21 births. You have given your minds, wealth, minds. Baba says, just live like trustees. Look after your house. Baba says, I don't even want. What have you given? You have given everything. Baba says, just take back everything and manage as a trustees. Look after your households and families. Everything belongs to Shiv Baba. I belong to you. I only remember you. You surrender yourselves from your hearts. The Father says, you may live in palaces or tour around or enjoy yourselves, but simply remember me, you will remain very happy. You were the masters of the world. You are now becoming that once again by making effort. The Father says, sweet, sweet children, only through the power of your yoga will you become the conquerors of sin. You become the masters of the world by having remembrance of the Father. It's the most simple effort. Acha, to you, sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the Mother, Father and Bap Dada. The spiritual Father says Namaste to you, spiritual children. And we spiritual children also offer love, remembrance and say good morning, Namaste to the Mother, Father and Bap Dada. The essence for Dharana, the first one, in order to claim a royal status, surrender yourself completely to the Father. Surrender your mind, body, wealth and live just like a trustee. What do you have to do if you wish to claim a royal status? In order to claim a royal status, just completely surrender yourself to Baba. It's the matter of doing something from your heart. So surrender your mind, body, wealth and live as a trustee. Make effort to become a conqueror of sin. Second, only by having remembrance do you earn an income. Therefore, make effort to stay constantly in remembrance. Become such a spiritual flower that you claim a right to the world of flowers. No thorns should remain inside you. Today's blessing, it's the most incredible blessing. May you have unlimited disinterest and experience the whole world in one Father. It's easy to say that Baba is my world and we belong to Baba and Baba belongs to me. What else is there in the world? However, Baba says, experiencing the whole world in one Father, what do you become? Just give this blessing to yourself. What blessing is given by Baba? May you have unlimited disinterest and experience the whole world in one Father. Only those who consider the Father to be their world can have unlimited disinterest. Those who have made Baba as their world, there will be the drastic transformation seen in the sanskars of such souls. Those who have just the one Father as the world or just stay in their world, they wouldn't get involved with anyone else. The other world, the ironized world, they just automatically step away. Both they don't get involved in with anyone else and they automatically step away. Both people and possessions are involved in the world. The Father's wealth means neither my intellect gets entangled in any human being nor in any of the possessions or the wealth. Father's wealth means my wealth. And by remembering or by maintaining this awareness, you will become the one who has unlimited disinterest. While looking at others, you will not see anyone and they will not be visible to you. So we will not look at anyone else. Even if we look, we will look at the soul. So today's slogan, in order to experience a powerful stage, keep a balance of being in solitude and being entertaining. In order to experience a powerful stage, keep a balance of being in solitude and being entertaining. And today's object signal, stay in the volcanic stage and experience powerful remembrance. A fortress is built for the people to stay. There is a beautiful description of this. Baba says a fortress is built for the people to stay safe within it. You wouldn't create a small enclave for a king. A poor just builds that small, maybe a hut. So Baba says you would build a fortress, and each of you has to build a fortress of volcanic remembrance for yourself, for your companions, for all the other souls. When there is a volcano of the power of remembrance, all the souls will experience safety. It's not now, no longer the ordinary remembrance will work. Baba says that there is the discussion of the volcanic form of remembrance. And since this is July month, this month especially reminds us of Didi Manmohini ji, and she was the first. She was the first, maybe the one who carried out the task of administration along with Mama, and she was very effective or efficient in handling. Didi used to say there must definitely be one head. Monitors are required. That must be a brother, and that he must be given responsibility of service. And a meeting must be conducted every 15 days or every fortnight, so that there will not be any slack, or it will not lose its radiance. So that's the way for the constant progress. Just like Baba, he just polishes and makes us diamonds, and Didi also used to draw attention on very insignificant things. Om Shanti. BK Kamal sister's mother, she's from Surat. She's in Gyan for a long period of time, and she's 90 years old. She has surrendered all her 4 daughters at a time, and she has left that legacy. And the entire family has been in Baba's knowledge. And such a great soul has left the mortal coil on Sunday, and she was always giving those good wishes, pure wishes, and she used to sustain everyone with the knowledge and yoga. She was an all-rounder, and let's send good wishes to that soul on his onward journey. And the evening meditation will be in the Adiji's meeting hall, and from tomorrow Murli class and Yoga Amrit Vela Yoga will be in conference hall. Let's be in yoga. I was just saying that Didi used to draw attention on so many insignificant things. We don't. The moment we enter the compound of the Panda Bhavan, and she used to be in front, and we always used to greet her, and the party just enters. By the time it sometimes would become 9, and she used to ask, have you reached Baba's home? So we used to feel someone is elder in Baba's home who would just ask about our whereabouts. And Didi used to ask, shall we listen to Baba's Murli? Did you read Baba's Murli? So we used to say, Didi, we were in train, right? That's why we couldn't read Murli. So many times Didi used to ask, have you come? Did you get fresh? Did you have breakfast? So yes, Didi, it's done. Have you been to Baba's room? When the party used to tell that no, we will go, but she used to say, didn't you meet the master? Because we have come to Baba's home, then we must first meet the master, then we should go for other things. So we shouldn't miss Baba's elevated motions while walking and moving around. Even if something gets deviated, she used to always draw attention and tell. We always say that let there be the sparkle of spirituality and the radiance of divinity in our life. And Didi always used to teach us that the way of behaving, even if someone walks in a very unrighteous way, if there is no divinity in their walking, it's not like she will explain to us tomorrow. She would just call at that very moment and just draw attention. So we have to pay attention on ourselves so much, and we have to transform ourselves so much that we become worthy of being in such a God's family. To the extent she was entertaining, like if you wish to maintain the powerful stage, she used to like that solitude and be entertaining at the same time, because we were almost kids when we came at that time, and she was the instrument who used to just entertain us. This was the most this incident just is of 1970. She called everyone after the meals, whoever has come, please come. And there was the batti of Kumaris, and it was almost 500 Kumaris. And Didi just called everyone, and she just made us sit in the history hall, and she was very entertaining, and she was just making those elevated teachings as part of our life in just a very entertaining way. She just put the coin on everyone's forehead, and to whom those were, then she removed, because the pressure with which she just had put that coin on someone's forehead was so much that he felt that the coin was still there on his forehead. So what she would meant by that, you have to apply the tilak of the awareness so strong or so powerful that it becomes very difficult to remove that from the awareness. And how we have to interact, or how we have to apply the knowledge in our daily lives. Of course, if I have to explain, or if I have to describe her specialities, there is so much. So let's remember Baba for 3 minutes, and we will meet anyways later. Then we will just discuss about that. Let's listen to the teachings of respected Dadi Ratan Mohini ji. Nothing should be remembered except the Father and the Father's elevated versions. And the practice to sit in silence. It's only for this reason that when we keep practicing this, then by doing this practice, that becomes our permanent stage. Because of that, no matter what the time, no matter what situation comes in front of us, we will not shake, we will not be shaken, because we will be sure that we are the children of one Father. We are the brothers to each other. And Baba has sent us to this world to transform this iron age into a golden aged world. We have to just get that world on the same earth. Okay, Om Shanti.